a good day today. Welcome to Happy Hour Podcast. This is episode 5. As always, this episode is sponsored by Marco's Pizza of Oviedo and Tallahassee. If you go in, call, order online, whatever you need to do, mention the Happy Hour Podcast to receive 10% off your order. That is Marco's Pizza of Oviedo and Tallahassee. Damien, what's cracking, man? How was your weekend?
Was good. It was a great weekend. I went up to Tallahassee to see my brother. Went to an FSU game. Got to see a good win from Louisville. Good win for the Pockets as well. But overall, great weekend. I'll get to the Saints game later. Won't torture you with that right now. But take it over, brother.
All right, man. We're going to jump right into it. We got our new template here. We're going to go down the line and cover, a bunch of different topics. This is how our shows are going to be moving forward. We're going to have games that we're going to discuss, not only give our picks, we're going to go over topics, throughout the week pertaining to all sports. MLB Playoffs is starting next week, as well as, over the weekend, the United States won the Ryder Cup. We're going to get to those, but first, let's hit the it's and not it's of the week. I'm going to go ahead and give my college football not it. You guys have probably seen it. If you guys watch the Come On Mans that ESPN does or anything like that, you saw Demetrius Knight of Georgia Tech. After Sam Howell fumbles, Demetrius Knight scooped it and for a clear touchdown and ended up tripping Daniel Jones style. We watched it together. I know you saw it.
Yeah.
As the clip's rolling, I mean, he had a clear-cut touchdown, just stumbled over his legs, running too fast for him, running too fast for him. You know what I mean? Just got tripped up.
Yeah. For my it, not it of the week for college football is going to have to be Auburn. I know it's a little biased. I had Auburn on one of my picks, and it lost, but they're a 28-point favorite, losing the whole game. And, they come back and win by 10 against Georgia State in the fourth quarter. If you want to be a good team, you can't be losing. You can't be winning by 10 points to Georgia States of the world.
No.
Just can't happen. You had a good week against Penn State, Auburn, but, you're my not of the week. You lost me money. I hate you. You're going to get dogged by Georgia. So
When is that?
it's in 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks. No.
You have
We
no
play.
clue what's going on.
Yeah, no, we play Florida in 3 weeks. We have a bye the week before Florida, so we play them after Florida. So at least 4 weeks.
All right. My college football, it's not the best play you've ever seen, but showing some love to a 5'8", running back out of Middle Tennessee, Brad Anderson. This is like a 20-yard run, but just absolutely runs over Charlotte DB and knocks his helmet clean off. Like I said, it's not the flashiest run you ever seen, but when I saw it, I was like, God damn. Knocked his helmet off, just keep running. He's only 5'8". So just
Who is he from? Where is he from?
Middle Tennessee. They played Charlotte. Yeah. It was some Charlotte DB just completely, demolished him.
All right. I have 2 it's for college football. I completely forgot about this one. The Appalachian State Marshall game. That kick return. I don't know his name, but whoever you are tough. Like, I can't even lie. You're tough for that.
He faked
The
out
coach
the whole
was tough
camera.
for that drawing. Yeah, I know. He faked me out too. I was like, oh, he's gone to the left side. He's out. I understand, but I thought the other guy was out too. The guy on the left that they had it, he was out of there. And then I see him. The other guy's like 40 yards down the field for a touchdown. So I'm trying to find your name right now, but I can't seem to find it. But whoever you are it and on Marshall, or was it at? So, but my actual not it. I mean, my it for this week was Georgia. It's gonna be Brock Bowers, our tight end. He is making a case for best tight end in college football right now.
Tweet.
He's also a freshman. Just came in 6'4",
Not a red shirt.
Nope. And then, but of our guy Darnell Washington, a tight end that
he's tough.
Was at Georgia already. He's OD, like 6'7", 250, runs like a 4.8, and he's hurt. And then Brock Bowers, just stepped in, didn't even lose a step for any DJ Daniels or anyone. Stetson Bennett was even throwing to him. But he's got over 50 yards each game. He had 2 touchdowns last game, 2 touchdowns against UAB, had a good game against Clemson. So he's making a case for best tight end in the country right now. So I'm going to give him my it for this week. Go Dogs, baby.
All right, we're going to touch a little bit on the Saints-Pats here because, my not it is Jonnu Smith.
Oh, we got to – okay.
Okay, so we got to die a little bit. We're not going to talk about it too much, but
All right, don't get me started now.
1 catch for 4 yards on 6 targets and 4 drops. 1 key drop, ball right in his hands that he bobbled into Malcolm Jenkins.
3rd down, right?
Took it back for 6, and at that point the game was over. There was no point recovering in that. You can't drop that. Literally lost us the game. I mean, they were gonna win anyways, but like you can't to at least keep it close. And as I said, let's run it back. 4 yards.
I don't want that work.
1 catch on 6 targets and 4 drops. Jonnu Smith, you are someone I was very high on the offseason, spent a lot of money on you. Use that game. Learn from that game. Let that game fuel you. This is not it for you. But you are my not it. Let's keep it moving.
Just to, go on that
no, there's
comment
no
of
reason.
You saying run it back. No, of you running it back. They don't want to run it back.
No. I'm not saying run it back. I'm saying let's run it back. His stat line. I said it once.
Okay. All right.
I don't think it was enough for the viewers to hear. Let's run it back one more time. 1 catch, 4 yards, 6 targets, 4 drops.
So I thought you meant run it back with us.
No, I don't even want that
work.
I don't.
Yeah, I know you don't want that work.
It's enough. That. Okay, it's enough.
All right. My not it of the week is, not very surprising, but very surprising to everyone, in the NFL community watching all these games, and it is the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 1-2, never lost back-to-back games in Patrick Mahomes' era. The defense looks god-awful, one of the worst in the league. They have no run defense at all. They're just getting – I can't even fathom what's going on with the Chiefs right now. I'm a hometown guy. I root for them when I can, but it looks bad. Patrick Mahomes looks bad. Tyreek Hill looks bad. The only one that looks, decent is Travis Kelce, and he's always
Clyde
good.
Edwards-Helaire looks atrocious.
He had a good game, though. He had 100 yards.
He did.
Touchdown.
Yeah, he did.
So he didn't do too bad.
They don't want to give him the ball.
The whole organization for this week is my not it, because obviously they have the best quarterback ever to play the game, in my opinion. Eventually, not right now. Tom Brady has that. But not it the week. Definitely the Chiefs. Lost to the Chargers. Shout out Nick Davis. Thank you, Austin Eckler. Thank you, Keenan Allen. Had you in fantasy, but Chiefs, not it.
All right. My NFL not it. My NFL it. I'm sorry. See, I'm just not. My NFL it for this week. My NFL it for this week has to go to the entire Ravens' last drive. Their final drive of that game.
I like that.
Lamar stepping up and completing a 4th and long, very long. I believe it was like 4th and 19.
Yeah, 17.
4th and 17 to set up 10, up setting up Justin Tucker for a game-winning, have a chance to win the game. Ending up hitting a 66-yard field goal, nails a game winner that's also the longest field goal in NFL history. So that whole drive. But I think the greatness of that 66-yard field goal is overshadowing Lamar's 4th and 17 conversion.
Yeah, Lamar had a great game. He at least 4 touchdowns dropped by Marquise Brown in that game. So Lamar's stats could have been a lot different in that game.
And then you saw the video of them on the plane ride home, going over the film, just like I've taken accountability. I love that. I love people who take accountability. Shout out Hollywood Brown for that. Hit this.
Yeah, thank you for being absolute in Madden as well. X Factor now.
in a
Super Bowl
franchise, not in a.
Got dogged in the Super Bowl.
He's not.
Or what?
Yeah, I did. He's not an X Factor in regular Madden. Let's not.
I know. I made him it.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and transition here right into college football week 4.
Well, how about I get an it, or maybe like something like this?
No, that's why I said transition.
I don't just kidding. All right. Well, my it for the week. You're gonna like it. You have him in fantasy. Mike Williams. He's having a breakout season, and he needed to. This is his contract year. They're gonna have to pay him now with what he's doing. He last game against the Chiefs. Yeah, they can. They should be able to pay him. They're not paying too many people.
I don't know
besides,
their
Joey
financial
Bosa.
situation.
I don't know if they paid Derwin James yet. I don't think so.
That's coming up.
They have to pay him. Keenan Allen and him are a great duo. Mike Williams, 7 catches, 9 targets, 122 yards, 2 touchdowns. The game before that, he had a touchdown over 100 yards. And the game before that, another touchdown, 80 yards. So he's getting double-digit targets every game. So for fantasy lovers, he's a sit it and quit it. Like, just leave him in your lineup. He's going to be good all year. But like I said, this is his 4th year in the league. This is a breakout year for him. He has to have it, and he's doing it. And it's helping out Justin Herbert in that offense. So, Mike Williams, you're my it for the week, buddy.
All right. So now, can I go ahead and can I transition now?
Maybe something like that.
College football week 4. You can go ahead and go over your picks from last week first.
Don't even want to talk about this, but all right. Well, I'm not Hot Rod Dame anymore. That's for sure.
We all have our weeks.
Yeah. But this is my first week, so everyone that's gonna roast me, text, Sean, Cannon, none of that. I don't want to hear it. But I'll start with my first pick. I had Michigan State -5 over Nebraska. They lost the game. Or did they lose the game?
No, they won by 3.
They won by 3, so fuck you. Obviously. There's nothing else to say about that. You fucking beat Miami ass, and now you want to barely beat Nebraska, who's god awful, horrible.
Literally.
Then I go over to, -10 Clemson over NC State. Great pick by you. NC State +11. Clemson, like you said, I had a little hope for them. You had no hope. And now I believe it. They have nothing. They're horrible. Dabo Sweeney's horrible. DJ Agalawa, whatever his name is horrible.
Yeah.
That whole Clemson team is horrible. They have no talent right now.
No, I'm saying that he's not good. That the quarterback is not good. And at least you gave me my credit because I literally said that week 1 that that Clemson wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's why I gave it to you. So yeah, they still have a pretty good defense. They always have the good D tackles and the linebackers on that team. The defense isn't terrible, but the offense is.
I like Dabo Sweeney too. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I like him too, but fuck him. He lost me my bet, so I hate him. So then that's 0-2. Then I'm going to go to 0-3 as well. Auburn, -27.5 over Georgia State. I already went over it. Don't even need to talk about it like that. Auburn is just not good. They're going to get dogged by every SEC team left. They're just not good.
Fair enough.
Then I go over to the game that we went to up in Tallahassee. I went to Tallahassee this Friday with Robbie and Will. Shout out the boys. Went up to go see my brother Teeny up there. We went to, Louisville, Florida State game. Guess how much we paid for the tickets? Fucking $13 because they're both god-awful. But, like I said, me and him are riding against Florida State every week. We're betting against them every week.
Yeah, that's a spoiler alert. I will be giving one of my college football bets will be against Florida State for the rest of the year until they win. I promise you.
Yeah, I mean, might as well just keep riding with it. Put $1,000 on it. Yeah, why wouldn't you have $1,000? So, that was a close, odd game as well. That would have been a good one to put a lot of money on. I put a lot of money on it. But Louisville, congrats to you for beating Boo-Boo Florida State. So that's that. And then Jarrett, thank you for helping me out with this pick. At least I didn't go 1-4. I went 2-3. West Virginia +17.5 against Oklahoma. Great game for West Virginia. Their defense held up very well. I think they maybe lost by 3 points. So West Virginia, thank you for at least winning me something. They're heading to the right direction as they beat Virginia the week before. Very close game with Oklahoma, a top 10 program in the country. So West Virginia, it's looking pretty good.
For Spencer Rattler, speaking on that real quick, if he's going to be, the number 1 quarterback in this draft class, I feel like he needs to step it up a little bit. Is that, am I stepping out of line there?
That's definitely, no, you're definitely being reasonable with that. Like you said, when we were, playing Madden, you said that this draft class isn't very elite or very talented. And, they have the talent coming in out of high school, these big names, but like you said, they're not producing.
Well, 4 weeks into college football.
Rattler is not that. Yeah. You should know by now a little bit of something. So, Spencer Rattler is not playing well. I like the quarterback from Cincinnati. I like DJ Ritter. I think he is the sleeper of this draft.
What about Sam Howell?
Quarterback-wise, at least. Sam Howell's all right, but at North Carolina, I just don't like the North Carolina quarterbacks. I mean, who came out?
Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky. Come on. Sam Howell, you don't have a good name. So I just don't think you're
not a
good.
Football name.
Yeah, not a football name. A golf name, maybe.
Bro, there's I saw Big Cat tweet it. Such a football name, quarterback name. Like CJ Dart or something like that. His last name's Dart. I think, I don't know who he plays for, but that's a football name.
But yeah, definitely. But you're right with Spencer Rattler. He's not a top.
He just needs to step it up
top
a bit.
5.
Yeah. All right. So you ended up going 3-2?
2-3. My first week that I've been
negative,
lost. Negative my first week.
All right.
So I got to come back, get back to the hot rod.
But you won your lock.
College.
We're both still.
But I did win my lock.
We're both still undefeated on locks.
Yep.
So you could still bet our locks. Like our locks haven't are yet to fail us in college football, at least. So my week 4 picks, I went like he spoke on. I'm not going to touch on it too much, but NC State plus 11. They ended up winning the game outright, so that was amazing. Shout out NC State. That was pretty cool to see. You could love some underdog, college football upsets. Then we're going to go ahead and do the Oklahoma West Virginia over 55.5. Not even close. Final score was 16-13. Just thought there was going to be more scoring. Both defenses, not mediocre, but average. So just thought that it was going to be a shootout. Thought wrong. Arkansas plus 6.5. They ended up upsetting Texas A&M. I'll be riding Arkansas as well. I'm 3-0 betting for them. So
play the big dogs next week.
Play the big dogs next week, and they're plus what? 12. I'll take it.
18.5.
Like I'll take it.
Yeah.
You can even say that's not a bad bet as a Georgia fan, right?
It's not a bad bet, but it's an Athens game day. We could just blow them out the water. Like,
is it a 1 o'clock game? What time is it?
Yeah, I think it's a 1 o'clock game.
Ooh.
But it's in Athens. It's a game day. The crew's gonna be there.
So stay tuned for we're yet to figure out what we're gonna do this week when we give our picks. Whether we're gonna do one before we fly out to Foxborough on Sunday. Well, no, we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna give our picks. Probably the episode will be out Thursday or Friday. That'll just be the picks, and then you could tune in live to us on YouTube from Gillette Stadium, from Foxborough. We're gonna do a pregame show, and if it's not from Gillette, we're gonna try to set it up at the tailgate right outside the stadium. If it's not at Gillette, we're gonna do something, whether it's at my cousin's house up there or something. So we're gonna do some type of pregame show. You could tune on to it live on YouTube. My next pick was Michigan State -5 against Nebraska. Like Damien said, we took it together. Didn't even know that we were taking it, but we ended up taking the same thing. Michigan State won by 3. Didn't cover -5. Simple as that. Don't know what else to say. And then Louisville money line -125 over Florida State. We'll be betting against Florida State every day until they win a game for the rest of my life. Not just this season. So whenever they win, maybe I'll decide to bet for them. Probably not, though, because if they end up winning after I bet against them, they're going to lose the next week. So I am officially 9-6 on college football on the season and 3-0 on locks. Do you know what you are overall? Tell me what you went. You went 2-3?
I went 2-3, 5-0, and 3-2.
This week, you went 2-3?
2-3, and then I went 5-0 the week before that, and then I went.
No. I'm just talking about this week.
Oh yeah.
College
this week
football.
I went 2-3.
2-3.
Wait, did you update it since the 5-0 I got?
So, yeah. So, as of last week, you were 7-3. So now you're 9-6.
Yeah. No, it's not correct. I went 5-0. Then the first week I went 3-2, so that's 8 wins. And then I got 2 wins today.
Oh, that's because I didn't update 10.
That's what I said.
The Florida cover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I said.
So you were 8-2 as of last week in college football. Now you're
10-5.
10-5. And I'm 9-6. And you are 3-0 on locks as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's hop into NFL Week 3. What did you go? What was your
What do you mean?
What was your record?
3-2.
Okay, so I'll go first because I just. All right, I put my hand up. We got our first red alert situation of the season. I went 0-5.
You went 0-5? You're god awful.
You knew that though. You don't have to.
No, I didn't. I thought you went 1-4.
I went 0-5. Seattle's
the Bucks.
Yeah, well, that was the first half, so we'll get into it. I took Patriots money line versus Saints. Obviously, it didn't work out well. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off quickly. They didn't look good. I sold out on YouTube Live. Came back and bit me. That's it. We're not a good football team. But what I will say is this motherfucker shouldn't be very proud of beating a team that is very bad. Very bad. Very bad.
I'm just going to wait until it's my turn.
But hey, the Saints are good. I mean, like, the Saints look good. We look bad. They won. We lost. They're better. We're not. That's it. That's the bottom line. There's nothing I could say. Cardinals -3, first half versus the Jags. Just fuck you. That's all I'm gonna say is fuck you. It screwed me. Like, are you serious, bro? You end up winning the game. So, like, you know how I always say, if I take a first half bet and the team ends up losing, it
Yeah.
makes me look better. This makes me look
The other way.
worse.
Yeah.
I took them first half. They didn't cover because they were losing at half because of a freaking literally could have pushed and missed the field goal, and he took it back. Like, literally returned it for a touchdown. And then they end up winning the game after I took the -3 first half. So that makes me look even worse. Bucks minus a half a point first half over the Rams. Ended up losing the game, and they were down at halftime.
And they got dogged.
So that's that. And then, I mean, at least I could have went 1-4. At least I could have went 1-4. My lock of the week was Chiefs money line over the Chargers. They never looked more stagnant. Like, they just couldn't get anything going. And I took them as a lock. So
You're 2-2 in locks now in NFL?
1-2. It was only week 3.
1-2? Oh, yeah.
So, and then I took Seattle versus Minnesota over 49.5, and they end up scoring 48.
47 or some shit like that, yeah.
So that was that.
It's not a good week for you.
That's how my weekend went.
Another one.
I am 6-9 in NFL and 1-2 on locks.
Sheesh, you need to get that up, brother.
I mean, I'm 9-6 in college football, 6-9 NFL.
I mean, yeah, there you go. So 500 basically. Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm 15-15.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah. It's not horrible. You can definitely make that up easily. But like I said, my first pick of the week for, week 3 NFL was Saints money line. It was a great game for me. I loved it, every second of it. Complete domination. Won by 2 touchdowns. Him talking shit the whole time. Just sitting there, just calm, waiting for Jameis to blow up. Everything just went right for us. Our defense is our defense is top 3 in the league. We have tied for the most interceptions in the league right now. We're just looking like a good team. We're looking like a good team, and I don't want to hear anything about him saying the Pats are a bad team. I've heard this, for 16 years of their amazing team riding Tom Brady's dick, sucking it, slurping it, and all this. But yeah, now he's gone. But you should still feel the same about the Pats. And when now they lose and they suck, that he's just like, oh, I don't care about the Pats anymore.
All right, but beep.
I don't care. No.
Belichick saying that.
I let you talk.
But you
more of you.
I have to rebuttal that. Even Belichick saying that we just weren't a good. The Bucks were a better option. Obviously, he left because we were.
I'm not talking about.
No. So you can't
Brady
say
of leaving you.
Know,
I'm not talking about Brady leaving you. I'm talking about how such of a great fan you were when they were winning, and now they losing, you're just saying, oh, they're no.
Oh no, you can't accuse me of that. I'll put that jersey on every Sunday and ride with them till the day I die. No, I don't want to hear that.
But now it's just a loser.
I'm
just
not
like,
a Bucks
oh,
fan.
no, it's okay, we're a bad team.
Bad. What am I supposed to cry? I did.
Yes.
I'm not gonna cry on camera.
All right. Well, that one started off 1-0 for the week. Then I went -7 Cardinals over the Jags, and they covered. They won by 11. So fuck your first half bet. Fuck all first half bets. But so Cardinals -7 over the Jags, a great dub for the Cardinals. Like you said, there wasn't a good game at halftime for them. Then they turned it up. Kylo Murray, shout out Kylo, the sliding. So good dub for the Cardinals. Then I went over to my lock, Broncos -10 over the Jets. That was the easiest thing ever. Any spread that the Jets are playing, whoever they're playing, you might as well take it. Unless it's like Giants or something like this. But if it's a pretty decent team, they're going to cover. It's pretty easily so far. And the Broncos, just want to say one thing about the Broncos. They are 3-0, but they are the worst 3-0 team left. They played the Jets, the Jaguars, and I don't know the other one, but it was god-awful.
Their defense is sneaky good, by the way. I didn't realize how good their defense is. Very good. On paper, at least.
Yeah.
Their defense is sneaky good.
He's a
defensive-minded.
Yeah, very defensive-minded offensive.
Head coach.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see who the Jets or the Broncos played first game of the year because they played
the Jets.
No, they played the Jets, they played the Jaguars, and they played somebody else that wasn't good at all. The Giants, like I said, yeah, I knew it was the Giants.
Jets,
So they're
Giants,
3-0.
Jaguars. Is there how they
Yes, that's
start?
what I said. That's why I said they're the worst 3-0 team left. I'm not believing anything they have yet, but I am a huge Teddy Bridgewater
And
fan.
I'm
I
hearing
love
all these
Teddy's
chirps
Bridgewater.
from Brewer
Of
talking
what? What
about
is
I'm
he?
3-0, like because he's a Broncos fan. Talking about I'm
Oh, okay.
3-0.
Well, my roommate Dunk, you met or I've been on FaceTime with you when Dunk's been there. My roommate, he's
He's
a
a
Broncos
Broncos
fan.
fan.
Yeah, big Broncos fan. So shout out to the Broncos for being 3-0. But like I said, you're the worst one.
Yeah.
The Panthers are better than you for sure.
Brewer, Jags, Jets, Giants.
That's why I just had to come and say that because I don't
No, I
believe
agree
like
with
all
you.
the hype
Yeah,
yet. The defense is
absolutely.
solid for sure. But so then I'll go over to my 2 losses. I went 3-2 this week. Raiders minus 3.5 over the Dolphins. Raiders obviously won in overtime by 3 points, so fuck me by half a point. Let him come back. Jacoby Brissett, QB sneak god. I think he had I'm pretty sure he had a touchdown for a QB sneak, 1 yard. I'm pretty sure. But Raiders fucked me over there. Sorry about it. Hate you, Raiders. Then I took your lock, but it wasn't my lock. Chiefs money line over Chargers. We already talked about the Chiefs. I'll praise the Chargers a little bit. I like what they're doing. Justin Herbert, great quarterback. I love Eckler. I love Keenan. I love Mike Williams. Their defense is looking good. Obviously, they let the Chiefs put up 30 plus, which the Chiefs are probably going to do that to most every team in the league. But the Chargers are moving in the right direction. The Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, and Broncos. What a division! What a division this year going on for that one. It's not a lock for the Chiefs yet.
No,
it's not a lock. So I'm saying they got 3 good teams in there. So it's going to be a tough one for them with the defense they have. But like I said, 3-2 this week. Do you know what I am overall in NFL?
if you were 3-2 this week, dun da da da, you were 5-4-1 as of last week.
So I'm 8-6-1. So I'm in the positives, baby, for both NFL and college. So college, I know I let you down this week, guys. Sorry, Jarrett. I know you took my parlay, but I'll make it up to you. Don't worry.
A
Don't worry.
5-0,
I'm back.
where 0-5 week is just a dagger in the heart. So I'm gonna come
It's
back
not
strong and motivated.
You have to, you have to be better than
But
what
by
you
the
did
way,
last week.
went 5-0 the week before. So 5-0 completely mirrored an 0-5. So big bounce back week for me. And also, by the way, when we were looking at the lines this week, it wasn't.
It wasn't a good week to bet.
I commend you. You went
Besides,
2-3, or you went 3-2 in NFL.
3-2 in NFL.
You went 3-2 in NFL. I commend you for that because this week was extremely hard to when I saw those lines.
It was just the spreads.
Yeah.
The spreads were hard to bet on. But like I said, the Broncos minus 10, it should have been on every single one's thing. Then I had the Cardinals minus 7. Like it was a very close game. It's tough, but they're playing the Jags, so I thought they would do something. And then the Saints or the Pats, that was either or. We just came out way better.
Way better.
So and then the Chiefs, I thought that was a lock. Never, like he said, never lost 2 in a row, and then he loses. So in Arrowhead, come on, bro.
All right. We're going to transition into MLB for the first time on the podcast. Just got to talk about it. Playoffs is coming up. I know Damian is really a basketball-minded guy if we're talking outside of football. Basketball is his forte. If I had to claim something other than football, it'd be UFC. Basketball is his thing. So I know my baseball. We could talk baseball. Damian's still kind of catching up on baseball, but it's playoff baseball. So he knows his the
I
top
know a little
teams.
bit about baseball. I just don't know all the stats and everything about that. I know all the teams. I know the players. I just I don't really follow it that much. It's not very fun to me.
So I'm gonna ask you a few questions here.
Yeah.
Gonna name the American League top 5 teams in the American League right now. It looks like the Rays have it locked up because we only have a couple days left of the regular season. Playoffs start October 5th, I believe. The Rays are 97-55, so they've locked up the first seed. Then you got the Astros in second place in the AL, 91-65. The doo-doo dog shit New York Yankees are 89-67 at number 3 in the AL. The Chicago White Sox are 89-68, and then we're a game behind the Yankees and the White Sox. The Red Sox are 88-68, so that could close. The Yankees just swept us, so unless the Yankees lose a game and we win, we can't catch them. We're pushing for that wild card spot. So,
are you in the wild card as of right now?
As of right now, I think so. I mean, we're top 5 in the AL. We're top 5 in the AL, so I believe so. But I still want to win these games here. Towards the end, it's getting to October baseball, baby, and it's all about getting hot at the right time in the MLB. The National League, still up in the air for the number 1 seed. San Francisco's 102 and 54. The Dodgers are 156, so they're only 2 games
It's crazy
behind.
that one of those teams is going to have to play in the wild card. It's crazy.
Who?
One of those teams, like you said, because they're in the same.
The Dodgers and
the Giants.
Yeah,
they're in the same conference or division, however it is.
That is crazy. So these next few games here really matter because the Dodgers are only 2 games behind. I know that's a lot. It is a lot, really speaking in baseball terms, but something could shake. You never know. You got the Brewers coming in at number 3 in the NL.
The Dodgers and the Giants both play tonight. They haven't played yet.
Okay. Brewers 94 and 62, coming in at 3rd place, and I was going to say the Arizona Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals at 87 and 69, and the Atlanta Braves at 83 and 72. Those are your top 5 in the AL and the NL. Give us your comments and your thoughts on baseball. We also have a baseball correspondent, good friend of mine, Brendan Howe. He's a broadcasting guy. He calls baseball games and football games now, so we're gonna have him on sometime throughout the MLB playoffs to talk about the Sox and the other teams in the MLB playoffs. Hopefully the Red Sox can prevail. I mean, we just got literally swept by the Yankees, so we blew an opportunity
seen White Claw Gabe.
I'm in Vegas, but hopefully the Red Sox can rally. We got a good young team. Bobby Dahlback had a breakout season. Xander Bogaerts always going to do his thing. Rafi Devers led the league in home runs for a stretch there in the season. So we'll see if they can get hot. The Yankees are the best team, like literally on paper, and they
always are.
They got hot at the end. They were dog shit at the beginning of the year, so they put it together. Props to them for putting it together. But we'll see if they can.
That's the best time to get hot, though.
At the end of the year,
you started off hot, OD,
and then we kind of slowed down.
Yeah, and then
So we'll see if we could string some together here. Playoff baseball, it's always I love it. I genuinely actually enjoy playoff baseball. Like I said, I mean, we didn't really talk about it in the regular season. Podcast just started, but playoff baseball coming up. That'll be fun. And then we're just going to touch on this briefly, not get too much in depth, but the United States did win their 43rd Ryder Cup over Europe this weekend. Hot topic, Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka. Obviously, everybody knows that they hate each other. They beef. They were on the same team for the Ryder Cup this weekend, and Justin Thomas, one of the United States golfers, united them. Like they hugged and took a picture.
Like they're friends and shit now?
Yeah, they made up. So that's crazy.
I never
thought that would ever happen because they hated each other. Like hecklers in the stands would say, "Hey, Brooksy," to Bryson as he's walking by.
Yeah, Justin Thomas even made the 2 hug.
Yeah,
hug it out at the end of USA's team post-win press conference.
Because they were celebrating as a team. They just won the Ryder Cup. And, dude, that's a bucket list thing for mine. I play golf all the time. Huge golf guy. We're going to be talking PGA. I would love to go to a Ryder Cup. There's nothing. It's literally like, I don't know if you know much about the Ryder Cup, but it's when the officials, I don't know if it's allowed, but the officials, it's like a football game. It's not regular golf. Like everybody's like, oh my God, like screaming, like not while people are hitting, but it's like a crazy atmosphere. I definitely want to go out to a Ryder Cup. Daniel Berger and Brooks Koepka played together on one of the strings there for the Ryder Cup. They both went to FSU. I saw a tweet saying Daniel Berger and Brooks Koepka come through with FSU's only win this season.
Yeah.
Because they both went to Florida State. They're the pride of Florida State right now. I mean, shit. Ryder Cup champions. Florida State hasn't won a football game since.
Florida State's pretty decent in everything besides football. So
yeah, I can't wait for basketball season. Basketball school, baby. Basketball school. But yeah, the Ryder Cup, that was pretty cool to see. The United States always needs to, prevail over Europe. They haven't in the past, but they did come through with their 43rd Ryder Cup this weekend. All right, so let's touch on this final topic of the slate. Pats Bucks. What's your,
Oh yeah.
What's your opening thoughts of
as
this
we know,
weekend?
As everyone knows, we're going to the game, flying out on Sunday, flying back out on Monday. Gonna be out there tailgating.
That's
Got our spots
dedication
ready and
right
everything.
there, by the way.
Yeah.
We have work on
Yeah.
Tuesday, school on Monday. We're flying out for the day. We're getting back. You know what I mean? Literally leaving Sunday, coming back Monday, just for you guys. Just to be able to, basically follow our dream and cover sports. So keep going.
But yeah, I don't see this game being close at all. I see the Bucks, prevailing over
All
the
right, enough about the game. Everybody
Patriot
wants to
team.
hear the drama and
You,
the reality. I don't know. The game's over. The
what do you
game's
mean?
over. The game's
The
over.
Bucks versus the
The
Pats?
game's over
The game hasn't
already.
even
The
started.
game's over. Did you not
So
see
what do
the
you want to talk
graphic?
about then?
Just the build up and the drama. Just all the fun tea. Bro, did you not see the picture of Brady after they lost to the Rams? I tweeted. I'll pop up the tweet. Hopefully my software lets me. I'm going to pop up the tweet so you guys can see. It's Brady sitting there like this on the bench, down, and someone took a picture. And I've seen that face before, guys. I've seen that face.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for you guys.
I've seen that
he
face
knows
before.
Everything about the Patriots organization, everything you guys run, your defense, your offense, special teams, everything. He knows it all.
Hopefully they release
imprinted
these
in his brain.
Exactly. Hopefully they release these interviews that he sat down with the guy from ESPN. He's a great reporter. I actually really like him. I forget his name right now. But they sat down and did the Sunday night countdown interview like they always do. But this one obviously special. Brady's first game back at Gillette in an opposite uniform. The Brady versus Belichick. I'm curious to see what Belichick throws at him from a defensive strategical standpoint. But Brady, they just released a cut, and he was like, I know what the win's going to be. It's a Sunday night in Foxborough and Gillette. I lived there for 20 years. I know what their team meetings are going to be like. I know what's going to be said. So I hope we're going to be out there. By me saying this, we're going to be out there. So I hope they release something, the day of. So maybe you could watch it on the plane ride or something. I want to be able to see this stuff because we're going to be out there in the thick of it. So I hope.
Yeah, and the only other thing I could say, hope for the Patriots is, the Bucks passing defense looks nothing like how they were on that run.
But our
that 8-game run
looks
that
nothing as if we can't.
Yeah, no, it looks nothing good at all. But Tampa Bay is the second worst team against the pass this year. So Jacoby Myers maybe could do something. Jonathan Smith could maybe do something if he doesn't drop the ball.
Yeah, if he lights a fire under his ass. And he
like
he
I
watches
said,
our its and not its.
Yeah, it could be a little shootout up in there in Foxborough. But I would love to see it. I would love to see it. It's going to be a shootout for the Bucks.
I'm going to take the Bucks spread, just like a little spoiler, whatever it is. I'm going to probably take it. I might take the under as well. Hot take.
I like the over. It's over
just
50
from
points
that might change. By the way, that might change. Just a overreaction, premature little statement there. But listen, like I said, I'm curious to see how Belichick handles this. What he throws at him from a defensive, strategical standpoint. Nobody knows Brady like Belichick, so we'll see if he can scheme up a defense to at least slow him down. He's the greatest of all time with one of the best offenses of all time. It's going to be hard to stop them from scoring.
I'm right on spot. I just looked it up, and the over/under is 49.5.
What did you say? 50. You said 50?
And the spread is minus 6.5 bucks, so that is a stupid lock for anyone.
See, but I took a 49.5 over last week, Seattle, Minnesota. I could see Bucks Pats going under a 25-17.
I like the Bucks scoring 35 plus in this game.
28-17. Okay. All right. So
and like I said, with that defense, Carlton Davis, they're not looking good.
But growing up, this is going to be like an all-time. Like I said, I've been to some crazy live
the greatest
events
game
this year
of all time, besides Super Bowl games and stuff like that.
No,
this
it's
is the greatest regular season game of all time.
I saw an article that said it's for sure 100% the biggest regular season NFL game in the history of the NFL. As far as hype and ratings go, TV ratings, it's supposed to be trending to be bigger than some of the slower, worst Super Bowls in NFL history, like dating back to like the 80s. Nothing in this decade or last decade, but some of the Super Bowls in NFL history, this might have more TV views than Super Bowls, is what I've read on articles. So, like I said, I went to the number 2 biggest pay-per-view in UFC history, number 4 biggest fight in combat sports of all time this year. I'm going to be going to the biggest NFL regular season game of all time. You still on this? We went to Saints, Packers week 1. I went to Florida State, Notre Dame. We're out here. We're doing this, and I'm extremely excited. Like, this is like a childhood dream. I never thought I'd be going to a game where Tom Brady was wearing opposite threads at Gillette Stadium, but it's going to be an emotional. Is that out of pocket? It's going to be an emotional night. It's going to be it's going to be in the air. And I just can't believe I'm going. The tailgate's going to be crazy. Get to see family. We're going to be drinking all day. Damien's going to be doing TikTok interviews, going around, filming content at the game. And I just couldn't be more
I'll
excited.
be doing a lot more than that as well.
So. Tell the people.
But no. They don't need to know about this. But shout out Proper 12, Conor McGregor. Thank you for giving me the hat, sending it over to me. I appreciate you. But
this episode is sponsored by her.
It's gonna be a great weekend. It's gonna be fun, a lot of fun. Great content. Like I said, gonna be going around all Foxborough, just videotaping people's reactions. Asking them questions. So follow the TikTok at the Happy Hour Pod. So you're gonna see a lot of like I said, content. It's gonna be awesome.
Let us know what you guys think about Bucks Pats. I'm extremely excited. That's going to be insane. We're going. The Happy Hour podcast will be there in the thick of it. I appreciate you guys listening to this episode. This was episode 5.
Into the thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
Thick of it.
Into the thick of it.
Go.
Where?
We
Jesus Christ. All right. So thank you guys.
Peace out, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you for tuning into episode 5 of the Happy Hour podcast. This episode was sponsored by Marco's Pizza, Oviedo, and Tallahassee. Call in, order online, whatever you need to do, go in, mention the Happy Hour podcast to receive 10% off your order. That will give you 10% off your order. Just say the Happy Hour podcast. Like I say every week, the more you use it, it'll go from 10 to 15 to 25 to buy one, get one free. Thank you guys so much. We are out. Tune in to the next episode, episode 6, later on this week.